Good morning and welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson Talk Show. This is a beautiful Wednesday morning, August the 16th, 2023. We rise this morning to know that the campaigning in Liberia is continuing. But this morning, I want to look somewhere else. We know that people in Liberia are campaigning, but also those people of Liberian heritage that are in the United States of America and elsewhere are also playing a significant role in the electoral process in Liberia. Like myself, there are other individuals who have podcast shows. They come on the podcast and present their views of the election. And we also have more prominent institutions. Hold on 1 minute, folks. Let me see. Well, man, you should have that thing on your page. You're not seeing it? Hold on 1 minute. It should be there. Okay, let me see it. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I got to give my correspondent his connection. He said he doesn't see it. I don't know why he doesn't see it. If I sent it already. Okay, Sam, let me send it to him. I thought I sent it. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Please bear with me. When you got to do these shows every morning, sometimes it gets conflicting. But anyway, as I was saying, we have more prominent organizations or businesses in the United States of America that also have a grave impact on the situation in Liberia. Now, I talk about people that have podcasts like me. For example, we have George Lobo. We also have Dualu, Opa Dualu. He comes on with his things for the youth. George Lobo is for Unity Party. Then we also have other organizations. We have Yosine Kwe, but she comes on under the organization, under the program Second Thought. That's her program. She deals with the same issue. We also have SKTV with Mr. Khanna and what the boy named Moses. Moses, what his name? What that man name? Anyway, for all of you who want to show, he's they call him Moses. That his uh, handle name, but he's a partner with Sekou Kane on the SKTV show. Then we also have Lofa Julius with his show across Africa. Now, these are individuals with their shows. Okay? Now, these are the more prominent shows that are on the internet that deal with Liberian issues. We have Spoon TV, we have Focus on Liberia, and we have The Final Argument. These are the three major programs that deal with Liberia. So let's look at these programs. How are these programs impacting the electoral process in Liberia? How are they doing it? We know that, we also have Nyankwe Boma. He has a show on, but these are all people. Yasene Kwenye with her Second Thought, Nyankwe Boma um, SKTV, and who else? Those three people, especially Lofa Julius, those are all Alec Cummings' people. These people support Alec Cummings. And Lobo is with George Lobo is with he and Opa Dualo. They are with Unity Party. And the other three broadcast entities that are called Spoon TV, Focus on Liberia, and the final argument, they're supposed to be independent. But most of the time, they lean toward the Unity Party. Although they have panelists from different political parties, but majority of them lean toward Joseph Boyka's Unity Party. So what's the situation in Liberia now? Apparently Sam Boyka hasn't gotten his connection. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make sure my correspondent in Liberia is calling me.
Yeah, bro, you haven't sent a link.
Yes, the link is there. I sent it just now. I sent it a while ago. Almost 10 minutes
I've been
ago.
checking it.
It's not there. We've been having these connection problems. I think people are trying to hack into my internet system. But anyway, these entities are supporting political parties and individuals in Liberia. And they too are having a grave impact on the situation in Liberia because a lot of these people have relatives and tribal members in Liberia that look towards them for guidance and direction and leadership in all walks of life. So if you watch their shows, they have guests that they bring on that talk about different issues and circumstances and situations in the country. So right now, during this campaign period, they are all involved with it too. And because they are all involved with it, we need to take some time and evaluate them too. We need to evaluate them too. So this is where we stand this morning. I'm trying to bring my correspondent on. I just see I posted this thing before, and I just checked it and see that it's now posted. You know, people trying to mess with people things on the internet. So I hope he can come on right now because things that are in the news, we have already discussed it. Some of the things you see beneath there, but let him come on and give us a more detailed information of what's happening in the country. So these entities are in America and they're evaluating the electoral processes that's going on with the different parties in the country. So how do we, as members of the public, view these entities? You know, to me, many of them are truthful. Many of them. What's up, Sam?
Yeah, good morning, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I thought I sent you that thing. I did send you it, but I went and checked it. People been messing with my internet too, you know. Let me change,
Uh,
let me change the position of my camera. You know, people been messing with my internet too, so I've been having
okay.
a little problem. So what's the news back home, man? I'm talking about these political parties, especially the different the news entities in America and how they're impacting the politics in Liberia. I talk about some of the individuals that have podcast show like mine, like George Lobo and Opa Dualo, and Yesene Koye on the second thought, and Yankwe Bowman on his show. and Gaiman. There are two gamers, and we have one gamer who both of them are pro CDC in a way. So these are different podcasts in America. Then the permanent one, the more permanent ones, are Spoon TV. These ones that are connected in Liberia and in America. Spoon TV, they have a major network in Liberia. They have the program in America. We have Focus on Liberia. I don't know if Focus on Liberia have any show in Liberia.
No,
But they,
I haven't seen it, but you get class reloaded here.
okay, class. I forgot. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah, from
Class
Dylan group.
Darius Dillon Group, and so that's basically Liberty Party, LA Communist Group. All the people are naming them. They are LA Communist Group. And
Okay.
Your Cindy, not George Lobo for Unity Party, but your Cindy, um, across Africa with Lufa Julia, the class reloaded, uh, focus focus on Liberia is not really it's not really
They got Liberia TV there,
yeah they don't have Liberia. These are people that
and they
in the
get RBJ TV from Bassa, the same normally group.
no we don't have
Or
TV from Liberia. These are people in Liberia who have their own podcast here like me.
okay, all right.
But they're connected with radio station in Liberia just like I'm connected.
Mm-hmm.
So but some of them are independent, but they bring on people, they're panelists across party. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like Spoon TV. They got people there from Liberty Party. They got people there from UP. They got people there from Gongolo. They got people there from
From
all the
coming ANC.
ANC and all of that. Then the same thing with the final argument. They got Kev Hassan.
Mm-hmm.
They got
Yeah, I care group there.
yeah. They got all the
It's pro
boys.
CDC.
Yeah. So these they mix because it has some people with Liberty Party in there and people with Unity Party in there. You know, Sanvi, Peabody, and what the boy name, the chief Tomlin, George. You know, they got the different alliances. So, but we have to evaluate these people. What kind of impact you think they're having in Liberia? Do you people watch these people in America?
Well, like spoon. You all start making noise, man. On telephone.
Yeah.
Like spoon, the class
That's the
reloaded.
way to do it. Shut them up. You know.
Yeah, class reload, spoon class reloaded the argument, and that is why they watch in Liberia. Unlike other group I don't know of, but that's class reloaded and spoon, that the argument, the closing argument. Okay, so those are the three group that why they watch, that why they monitor in Liberia.
Yeah. What kind of impact you think they're having on the political situation?
Well, I mean, for Liberia nowadays, no matter what you say or whatever you want to convince people to vote for your party, people have already made their mind. If you go up country, I mean, it's just all around it. It's worldwide. Most of the network worldwide nowadays. So people do sometimes shy away from their closing argument. They say they are biased. So they even be accusing Spoon or being pro or UP. But when Kev Hassan was there, they didn't accuse Spoon of being pro UP. People were saying pro Spoon was like CDC, group. But later on, Witherspoon came and they denied that. What
So,
happened between he and K Hassan? We didn't know, and he K left.
so what
And
is it?
Witherspoon has given his full support to the rescue team. I mean, Boakai.
So what's the
Yeah,
issue with
openly.
the
They,
final argument?
but most time, especially for Kev Hassan from the CZ background, he's not objective. And so people trying to shy away from closing argument. They care is not objective. He always supports CDC. You talk against CDC, he go against you. So I mean, he lied to the people most times, according to the according to those who've been watching it. But for me, I don't really watch closing argument. I prefer this class reloader and spoon,
Mm.
and sometimes Fargon.
Fagon is a big politician. Yes, I forgot to mention Fagon. But you see,
Yeah, Fargon.
we don't know where Fagon stand, man. 1 minute
Fargon is
Fagon,
with,
1 minute
but
Fagon is Fagon been with every party, political party now.
yeah,
He's been a pawn in everybody. He started off with Uri, then he went to CDC, he became minister. Now he going to Unity Party. When he gonna slip to
in
Liberty Party?
in Liberia they say where the sunshine is where you hang your clothes. So where the gravy is, there where Fargon going. If he tried
Fagon,
coming, he tried other people, and they couldn't give anything, so he had to go to Unity Party. And remember, the sports person in America for Baka, he was the MC also for the program, all the program Baka had in America.
yeah, because
And again, his family person is Baka's wife from bombing.
but you heard what you were saying about Boca when you were with CDC.
Yeah, the politics, Liberian politics. When you on the other side, you were taught the rubbish.
Yeah,
Like Costa did the same old thing.
but that why those people are not respected.
Mm-hmm.
How can you respect those people? Yeah? You
He,
were
he won't trust you.
you were today. You attack me, say all kind of things about me,
Yeah.
and you expect for me to love you when you come
But,
when you
and
do me that.
all them doing the same old thing. That Costa apologized.
Hold on. But that why our country is so deceitful and terrible because this is human nature. This is human nature. You join another political party, you attack me, you insult me, you degrade me, you say all kind of things about me and my family.
Yeah.
Then when that person tired with you now, and I'm running, you jump on my team now, and I'm supposed to carry you around to talk for me. I can't I can't do that, Sam. You see that was
Those are
you
all
see
grave seekers.
no, but that was
Grave
differentiate me
seekers.
from Borka. You see, there was somebody who was talking, they see the same this other Jackson guy who a minister. They see me were talking about Borka. Borka knows that I am one of the only person that told Stanton Witherspoon, stop talking on the internet. I told him straight. I said, you have a case that is criminal. You need to pay attention to your kids. You cannot come on the internet when you are facing criminal charges and act like nothing happening. You are facing criminal charges. You cannot be on this internet. He left for a while. Then he came back. A lot of people say, oh, don't mind Chesson, man. Chesson talking bullshit. Go back. And he came back. Now it's the same thing they're talking with Borka. Because Borka being with Spoon TV the whole while. And you see, Sam, this is the thing we're talking about. Liberian men have no integrity. Borka have no fucking integrity. He has no integrity. How can he lead my country? Huh? You have no integrity. The people insult you, curse you, do everything. Then you call the people to be in your team. You the same kind of way. You know these people bad. You know Spoon TV and Weatherspoon on criminal charges. How you let this man promote you as president of Liberia? That shows you have no morals yourself. And Sam, this is the thing I just, that's why I take my hand out of Liberian politics. Because when I see the deceitfulness, I see all the useless men in Liberia. Why am I going to support these useless men? They are useless.
And the opportunists,
All
all
of
grain
them.
seekers.
All of them are damn fucking useless. From the Boyka, the oldest useless man, down to Benana Ure, down to Cummings, down to every one of them. You can't trust these bitches in Liberia. They are nothing but liars and criminals. It's sad, Sam. It's sad. But for position and power, you have no integrity. You sell your pride and dignity. And this is the second time or third time Joseph Boyka has proven that he's not a man to be trusted. First of all, he has lined himself with Benana Ure. Benana Ure wasn't trusted. Then from Benana Ure, he went to Prince Jonesy, another useless bitch. Now he was Prince Jonesy gave Jeremiah Ku, another useless bitch. Then he running behind sport. All these guys are corrupt. All of them are dirty. How can the Liberian people follow the? I'd rather stay with George Weah. At least we know George Weah fucked up. We know he bad. We know he a criminal. Now we're going to get these new criminals to put them in power. Then we're going to start dealing with them too. At least we know all George Weah secrets now. And he doesn't change. He keeps on the scene. We condemn the guy. He's still doing the thing. He's still doing the stealing.
He's taking Liberia backward.
We already gone back. But we put Joseph Boyka and the other bitches there, and they just the same as George Weah. What we'll do? Now we got a new set of rogues we got to identify. The corruption and the criminality is just too much, man. It's just too much.
So people in Liberia, people both are fighting war to gain power. Like Roland Duo told the Nimbayan that this is the time for you to be senator. Pre-Wadi has stayed so long.
Listen, I want to talk about the Nima people.
Yeah,
Nima people out of my book, they're backwards. I expected the Nima people to be some of the advanced people in our society, but they're dumb. They're dumb and tribalists. To hell with them. I ain't give a damn. I give a damn.
Did you see Yeke blasting Weah? He will take gun. He will kill Weah.
Yeah, I saw Yeke. The only man talking against the government. Other people, we can't trust.
Hey, but he kept saying Kennedy Weah. He didn't say President Weah. Kennedy. So it's not treasonable. He will kill Weah. Weah attempt to kill him and blah blah blah. But he kept saying Kennedy Weah. Kennedy Weah. He's the President Weah.
He said that Weah take a gun.
Yeah, Weah take gun.
So he didn't say he would kill him. He didn't threaten him. Listen to the statement he said. I heard it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
If they take a gun, we'll take a gun. You know, they will come for you. Well, everybody
and they don't say the same thing.
We are there behind the violence being perpetrated in the country. So
he's behind it. He knows.
This is campaign time. So we as a candidate, he's open to anything. Other candidates are open to too.
Okay.
So I mean, his presidency is on hold right now. He's just there in a security capacity until he's re-elected. But actually, he's running to be president. So he's fair game.
Mm-hmm.
You see, but Sam, it's sad. It is too sad that in our country, man, maybe Dr. Moniba is better. I don't know Dr. Moniba.
He could be better for now since he's kind of a neutral person. We don't know. I mean, but he ain't got support.
Yeah, but you know, everybody we gotta support all the corrupt people. He knew.
And because they say Ellen is supporting him, so people turn against him.
Huh?
You know, Ellen is causing problem. Most of the guys, she's causing problem. Wow. Because Moniba is a cool boy. And they say Ellen is supporting him, so more people going against him because of Ellen.
Yeah, but if he were Ellen, then he deserve what he get. See, and sometimes Ellen does it deliberately to mess people up because she know people piss on her. So anybody got a
Yeah,
fighting chance, she come and say she want to join you, or she calls you to talk with you. Then everybody in the news spread.
Ellen supposed full political party here in this race. That's why the former minister of state, Mr. Duque, is there in the states. He said Ellen should start mailing and start pushing divisive politics in Liberia because she mailed too much in Liberian politics.
Ellen wants
So she got a final saying.
Ellen Sally wants what she deserves. Ellen Sally is a criminal. She deserves the same thing Simon Doe, Talbot, but she deserves it. It coming. Let her keep on. Let her keep on. It coming. Ellen want to be murdered in her old age, in a coup d'etat. Let her keep it up. You know, but Ellen is scared to be prosecuted. She's scared. She's scared shitless because if they say criminals want to prosecute those bitches, and they know it. They know it. They get on the chairs. We'll prosecute them. We'll confiscate their properties. We'll put all the children in jail. Some of us not joking about our country, man. Some of us don't joke about Liberia. Some all the years I suffered. I steal from people. I work for no government. You think if I catch these rogues, I will not punish them? These people that made me suffer all these years. I could have worked for better than you. I could have gone look for a job. But why going to work for these criminals for? So criminals from 1980 that today we have so criminals ruling our country. So rogues. So rogues. They put us in war. We came out of war. They ripped our country off, and they're still ripping it off. And we got a chance to change it now. That's what we keep telling our people. But we cannot depend on people, Sam. We cannot depend on individuals. Liberian people must depend on ourselves. You must understand that you are a serious component in this whole game we call the Liberian society. You have a voice. You have an interest. And we cannot continue to follow people that don't have the best interest of Liberia. We can't. We can't. It reflects badly on us, on our country. That's why we're looking at the political parties, these podcasters in America right now. We want to know what kind of impact they're having in our country. Are they really serious people? Do Liberians follow their direction? Do Liberians appreciate their teaching? Are they teaching? Or are they just talking politics? These are all the things we got to learn to evaluate our system, to know what's good for us, what's good for the Liberian people. You see, Sam, I was talking to Rola in Ghana there,
Mhm.
and he was telling me that how the Ghanaian people respect the economy. He was telling me, he said that in this market here, you bring US dollar, nobody will change it. Nobody will take it. He said a dollar more than a Ghanaian CD. But if people respect their CD,
Yeah, currency, yes.
they respect their money. Why? Because they respect their country. They respect themselves. We have no respect for ourselves. We are so low down and dirty. We don't respect nothing. That's why our country can't function, Sam. We have no loyal people. You carry dollars, they will take it. Everybody's selfish. When you are selfish and evil, you can't benefit our country. You can't benefit this system we're in. This system of democracy, this system of constitutional democracy cannot function without the masses of the people. What is the basis of the preamble of the Liberian Constitution? What is the fundamental basis of the Constitution? When you start reading the Constitution, what is the first word you see? Huh?
Continue, bro. I'm
No,
listening.
I'm asking you. If you don't know it, say you don't know it. But you're not a lawyer. I don't expect you to know it, but I just want to test you to see if you understand what I've been talking all this time. Because I've been talking all this time. This is the purpose of my lesson. When you read the first Constitution, they call it a preamble. The preamble is the introduction to the Constitution. That's the note you have before the Constitution, before you see the law. That's what they call the preamble. Everything got to have an introduction. Got to tell you what you're going to read. You people can't just put out something there. Even the laws, you got to have an introduction to the laws. So in our Constitution, we call it the preamble, the thing that comes before the Constitution, the laws that tell us why these laws are important. They tell us why the Constitution is important. And if you understand what I'm talking about now, what is the first sentence? You remember it. You always got to remember it, son. Because when you remember it, that's when you know your Constitution. The first sentence of the Constitution is we the people. We the people of the Republic of Liberia, in order to pursue a more perfect union. You see, they're telling us that our lives not perfect. That's what the Constitution telling us right off the bat. Our lives are not perfect. Our lives are not good. The way we're living as individuals, our lives cannot yield anything fruitful. So that's why when we came together to write the Constitution, I told you the Constitution is a contract between all of us in the country, all the tribes, all the people. Now, when you read it, the first thing that hits you is the preamble that tell you why this Constitution is important to us, the Liberian people. Why? Because it says we Liberian people, in order to form a more perfect union. That's why we have to learn the Constitution. Because when you understand the Constitution, it fills your mind up with all the gaps. All the questions you have in your mind will be filled up. There will be no gaps in your mind. All the questions will be answered. Just
Um,
go ahead.
Rod, holistically looking at our Constitution, people consider it to be racist. Is it racist to you from your own thinking?
Why do they consider it to be racist?
Because there's no white man being citizen here, only black, only Negro.
Okay,
And it was we learned that it was Greenfield who helped this Israeli lawyer who helped Liberia to develop that constitution, and he advised us that no white man
who,
should be president.
who?
One Greenfield, an Israeli, American Israeli, Jews
Under
who
who
helped to develop
presidency?
our. See that
Under whose presidency?
the very first constitution of Liberia before General came to being.
The very first constitution in Liberia was written in America. How could it be
That, that was in
Israel?
our Greenfield now from the states, a Jewish guy. He helped to write
It,
this
it,
constitution in Liberia.
it was written at Cornell University.
But Greenfield, he was mentioned from this
You, you need to go. You need to.
Abrahamic Cass's book, Abrahamic Cass's book, The History of Liberia. Greenfield, he was mentioned that he
I have
advised.
not read Abime Kiasa book.
Okay,
I've read Richardson book.
okay.
You read Richardson book, that big red book.
No,
That
no.
was
I've been reading
Liberia
Abrahamic
past and
Cass's
present.
book.
Liberia past and present. That was the first book on real research on Liberia history. That's the book
So
that tells us that Liberia Constitution was written at Cornell University are white people. And whether it was green, whether this green man or white,
Greenfield, yeah,
whether it was
Greenfield.
Greenfield or who put that in the Constitution, they did it to help us. Because whoever put in our Constitution knew that if Liberia became an independent country and white people were allowed to come and buy land, they will buy up all the land from us. Look at Liberia right now, Sam. The only thing that's saving our country is that thing in our law and our people upholding it. Or else the Indians and Lebanese will buy up all the land in Liberia. All the people want land in Liberia. And the reason that that's the only reason because of economic reason. That's why he put it in our constitution. They say because Liberian people will be poor. If you don't protect the land, the same white people who enslave us will come to Liberia and buy the land and enslave us. Look at Ghana, look at Nigeria, look at the Caribbean. Black people own very small part of those lands. And the only reason why they own those lands, because when they went there, they joined with the Indians, and some of them had children with the Indians, and they inherited the land. And although they can sell the land, some of them didn't sell the land. But majority of the land in the Caribbean and all the owned by white people. They come from Britain, they come from France, Spain, they go there and buy the land and impoverish the people. The people are still poor. The people in the Caribbean are rich. The white people are rich. They got all the results. All the money there, they got it. The black people working there as waiters, as managers and things like that, but they don't own it. They don't own the businesses. And you see that was the Jewish guy, whoever he was, and he put it in our constitution. He was farsighted. That's why he tried to avoid in Liberia, because he knew that as long as we're going back, we're carrying civilization. Because that whole part, the church was behind us. I told you that one of the big men behind the colonization movement in America was Bishop Finley of the Baptist Church. He was one of the strongest men behind the colonization efforts in America for blacks to come to Liberia, to Africa. Why? Because he believed that if American blacks came to America, left America and came to Africa, we spread Christianity, which we did. All over Africa, we spread Christianity better than white people. The white people won't trust that, but more blacks trusted us than they trusted the white people. So when we went to Africa, we still spreading Christianity through our. We are the beacon of Christianity in Africa. And that was Bishop Finley's greatest hope. And that's why he fought for us to come to this nation. And if people think our country is racist, they must be idiots. They must be because when a white man put that in our constitution, you can't accuse us of racist. We didn't put it in our constitution. That's why they could never accuse us of racism. Because we didn't put it in our constitution. A white man wrote our constitution and put it in here to protect us.
That we could change it. 1986, when they revised it, I mean, it could be changed, but we still left it there.
But I'm telling you, because if we change it, Liberia is not for us no more. If we change it, Sam, white people got money. If a white man becomes citizen, they can buy up everything in Liberia. As soon as they find out you poor, they can offer you $5,000, $2,000. You take it and take your land.
Like the Fulani, what they're doing now, they got their money. They got businesses all around, so they're buying land.
Yeah. But you see, they're not business minded like the white men. They're buying land for themselves to sell it. They pull it. When the white man can buy your land, he wants thousands of acres because he wants to build a resort. He want to build something that will make him millions and millions of dollars, not something that would just be for him and his family, something that would be for the world. People can come from all over the world and make billions of dollars. Generate marijuana business, Sam. We in Africa are fighting each other about marijuana, following the white people, talking about marijuana illegal. We can't smoke it. People with that. Right now, do you know that these people are making so much money from marijuana, selling marijuana in America? It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, Sam. The lines, the people that smoke weed in this country, the lines, man. When you go to the weed place, Sam, you get jealous because you see the line outside the door. Yeah, everybody buying the smoke. But they tell us the poor man can't do it. You got to get licensed. You see that what Jamaica is different. You go to Jamaica, they sell it in the store, but all in the resort, all the people that in the kingdom selling it. All the boys that come to the resort because they can't come to the resort. But the resort,
That's why got me confused because
the resort,
cigarette is more dangerous.
huh?
Cigarette is more dangerous than the marijuana, and people smoke cigarette openly.
Because
That's why
people,
I'm
because
confused.
the white people invest a lot of money in cigarettes. Cigarette is addictive. Marijuana
Hmm.
is not addictive. You can say, "Oh, I will smoke today. Yeah, I will smoke in the morning. I will not smoke no more till tonight or tomorrow." You can't do it with cigarette. You gotta have cigarette every minute because it's addicting. They have nicotine. Weed has no nicotine. Weed has you can't
Hmm.
get cancer from weed. You can smoke a drum of weed, you can't get no cancer. See, but the white people invest a lot of money in cigarettes because it's addicting, and they put in more things in it to make it addicting because they don't want to lose money. They got big factories, millions of dollars of factories. What happened with all the factories? They will lose money. They'll get poor. They won't get poor. So they keep making cigarettes, keep putting nicotine and different things in it to hook us. You see, but we don't do it. So that was somebody made it illegal because you just won't be smoking. You can smoke anything. And when the weed, you get a double whammy. You get a good smoke and a good high. You get a double whammy. So with a cigarette, you just get a smoke. You're not getting high. But with the weed, you get a smoke and a high. So somebody got pissed off at that. Said, no, no, that thing illegal, so they banned it. Now they found out that, hey, that thing is good. It's good. It got medicinal purposes. Yeah, it can make you high, but it's good. And now even in America, people are accepting it high because it's better than the alcohol. You know, when you get high, you're not vomiting, you're not throwing up, you're not falling over yourself. You know, especially if you can control it, it's like something to make you mellow. You see, like when you, a man and me, I've been smoking for years. So when
It's
I
more than a
smoke,
B. It's more than a B complex. So it make you eat.
no, not for me, because I've been doing it for years. I do it for medical purposes too. You know, it calms me down. You know, I relax. So I've overcome the stage of eating wildly,
Okay.
just sleeping wildly, doing. I can control myself doing my show. And not crazy, not falling down, and not all that shit I lie. People doing been doing weed from time immemorial. People in America, government been giving people weed from time immemorial for medical sicknesses. They used to give to people in a in a can or roll up. You come, it will have 1,000 joints roll up just a cigarette. In the olden days, they used to do it. Only special
Is it
people.
legalized? Is it legalized in the entire country,
No,
entire America,
no.
or just some states?
handling marijuana in America being funny. The federal government say it's not legalized. But some people claim that they've been getting weed from the federal government for years because they've been claiming they have some kind of sickness. So because of that sickness, the government been sending them weed. But generally, the federal government has not legalized, but they gave the states the authority to legalize. You
Okay.
can smoke in your state, but they catch you on the federal highway or going from state to state with weed, they catch you, that's a federal crime, going to jail. Even in your state, now that you can smoke, they got rules for smoking. You can only have X amount of weed when you. If you have more than that, that means you distribute it. You got to go to jail because everything now is legalized. You got to pay taxes. You got to get license. Everything is legalized. So the state is making more money too because the state is regulating all of that. How much marijuana, weed, like me, I teach also. I'm on a medical marijuana program because I have a lot of pain. Okay, and because of that, I can tolerate my pain. I don't want painkiller. But when I smoke, it makes me mellow. I can deal with the pain. So I don't take painkiller. Other people, for the things I got, other people go crazy with painkillers. They'll be taking
What
oxycodone.
was it a prescription for you?
Yeah, from my doctor.
Okay.
So now it's legal. You can get prescription. You can do it. I got a marijuana card. I don't have my wallet with me. I can show you the card. It comes from the state. You pay money for that card. You pay almost $300 for the card
Mm.
a year. But I can walk into a dispensary and show my card. And right now, they legalize marijuana in Rhode Island. They legalize it in Massachusetts. They legalizing it in most states. But with me, I pay cheaper. I'm medical, so I get discount. I get all kind of discount. Okay, the regular guys pay more. They tax them more. You got to pay taxes for this. You want recreation? You tax. But you can go buy your weed now. You can go online, buy your weed, smoke in your car. If the police stop you, once you have the limited amount that you're supposed to have, they will not buy it. But you have more, they can charge you with trafficking. Okay, so
So I read a Time magazine and they said that most of the medical marijuana they gave hospital like the 1 acre of land to produce this medical marijuana
it depends on
and
your
it's supervised by the hospital.
That's why I say it depends on your state. The federal government does not regulate marijuana. It's banned under federal law. They don't want nothing to do with it. Everything is done by the state. So that means you can't come out of your state with weed. You can't come out of the state to get on a highway to travel. They stop you, they find weed. You're on a federal highway, the federal police, you go into jail.
Do they have special cafe where you go and do your smoking or you can smoke anywhere?
Yeah, they got cafe now. First, it was in Amsterdam. They had it in Amsterdam. You go to a cafe, everybody sit down and smoke. But they got it here in Rhode Island now. Because everybody's smoking now, you can go to a cafe, sit down. Well, usually they try to discourage it. They want people to smoke privately in your house. They want you coming out with it, you know. And, and also they have a lot of sweet too. They got candy, they got cookies, they got biscuits, they got all kind of things, man. They're making weed, they got drinks with weed in it. But be mindful, man. Those things are more potent than smoking it. And they work differently. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Yeah, yeah, the north. I had to mute my stuff. I said they got it all here in Liberia. They had the candy, the burning dust, the cayenne, the peanut butter, and all stuff like that. So when you want to buy cayenne in the street, be careful. Otherwise, you will go to bed.
I don't eat the candies and things and all of that because I just don't that tastes different to me. I prefer to smoke than to eat again. But once in a while when you go buy your thing, The people making so much money, they give you, they give it away, my man.
Mm.
Rhode Island, now you come here in America now, you can buy almost a whole, in Liberia, we call it can, whole can. It's something like pound of weed. You can buy almost that here for less than $200.
Mm.
How much people making weed here now? How much they making weed? Sometimes for $90. Sometimes I come with all kind of things. Last me 5 days, 4 days. But I don't like the sweet because the sweet way differently. Man. You eat the sweet right now, you will not feel that you have. It will work you like 2, 3 hours later. You just be sitting there. All of a sudden, when you look, you just high, you can't move. But right now, you eating it, you not feel it. You just eat. You say, why I can't get high? And the same thing happened with a police guy and his wife. These guys want to confiscated this stuff. They confiscated the weed from the drug dealer, right? Instead of turning it in, they took it to the house. The guy, they divided it, took that share. The guy took his share home. He and his wife went and made brownies. They put all the weed in the brownies. And when the weed is in the food, it's more potent. It's terrible. It can be terrible if you can't control it. So they put all the weed in the brownies. And he and his wife said, I ate all, they ate all the brownies. They couldn't get high, so they kept eating the brownies. Man, 2 or 3 hours later, when I think hit them, they didn't know what hit them, man. Because they are eating so much. The guy got so scared, he called 911. God, get me to the hospital. They said, what you did? He said, I ate weed. And you policeman, you tell you, they had to go get them and take them. And, they fired him. He lost his job. He got punished. Yeah. And they freaking out so much, they thought they were going to die. Or some aliens were going to get them. He jumped on the phone, called 911. Come get me. Come get me. What you did? He said, I ate brownies. I ate weed. Yeah, they had to rush there and get them. So that's how bad. Can you imagine it was
putting
that
put
bad?
put putting weed in food made some years back, about 3 or 4 years, a married couple to divorce.
What?
It was a birthday party called the guy's birthday party, and his wife had a boyfriend there. She invited her boyfriend, and so at midnight, the soup was prepared. The lobster soup was prepared for the man. So the man ate and sound he went to bed. He never got on to the. So the girl and her boyfriend right there, right by him, slept. And so when he got out, somebody people told him, and he had a video. So that I had to divorce his wife. Cause he drank that soup so much the lobster he ate it so much until he slept for almost 2 days. Yeah, so it's more potent. It's true. It's more potent in the food than ordinary. You know.
But that was a nasty one. Boy.
Mm-hmm. He
People
was
got-
they were my neighbor on Benson Street at the time.
yeah, but people got to be very careful because, especially in food, you got children around you.
And this guy came from the Torba family. I think Torba great granddaughter also. I know.
You know, children dying for nothing. People taking
Mm-hmm.
candy, giving it to children to eat, and the children eating the candy and just going off. You know, the thing is fun. Sometimes the people come to deny your children. You just give somebody else's child a candy. A child, the child don't know any better. They think that candy, they just open it and start eating marijuana. It's going to kill them.
But it's criminal in nature. Why would you give a child like a candy?
Yeah, but it's criminal.
You know, with
How they do it because they are criminals. They won't hurt the child.
okay.
So you gotta be very careful, and you gotta be careful putting it around people too, because some people can just mistakenly eat it. Yeah, people can mistakenly eat it, and they eat it, they're gonna get high like hell too. So
Mm.
every time I kind of warn my wife, like, I candy, not that shit, that candy. Eh, now you're kind of candy. But anyway, time is up, kid Sam. It's good to learn these things, because these things we talk about it, but people don't like to talk about, it, When you come home, you invite people to your house. They come with candy, they come with biscuit, and they got marijuana laced in it. It can hurt your children. It can hurt your guests. It can hurt you. So
Mm-hmm.
these are things people need to understand and know they're happening every day. Things like marijuana is out there. It's no more a crime, no more. People it's legal. People want it for medical reasons for children and all of that. So you too got to be careful with your children. You don't want to be put in a situation where your children get hurt on BS. Okay, Sam, do your
This
closing.
day, this day was for politics. Though we didn't go too much into politics, it was okay.
But,
Sometimes we gotta leave politics a little bit and go to social.
but what kind of policy we
But
talk? Everybody campaigning.
every campaign, no major news now politics,
Yeah, we
and they
talk
just
about
chopping one
politics.
another and insulting one another.
Yeah,
And Ellie is there in the background, just
pushing
pumping
fire,
yeah, pushing fire under there and causing
throwing
tear in
wood
the
in the
entire
fire.
country.
Or comments need help. Let me throw some
Yeah,
fire.
it always is a devil.
Oh,
It always is a devil.
does he need help? Let me throw some fire. That old lady,
Yeah,
she's a little old criminal.
yeah.
She's
Eddie
a
is causing
murderer.
problem in this country.
Ellen Johnson Sally is a murderer. She started that
But
war.
but they gave her any whatever trophy. I mean, they
Yeah,
whatever something two different times the Nobel Peace Prize
she's a
for
murderer.
fighting dictators.
She's a
So I don't
murderer.
understand the Western world.
Man, don't worry about it. That's the word. She's a stool
Yeah.
for. She's an element. She's an agent for the world. She came to screw Africa up. And she did. She screwed the ECOWAS up. She screwed the other people who don't wear wig up. Who dumb Africans still wearing wigs. Like. Sam, you telling me about African unity. Am I stupid? I see the other dumb Africans sitting there with white man wig on their head.
Mm.
Educated people, highly educated people, sitting down with foreign man wig on their head. That people are going to talk African liberation to. Those people are stooges. They are bored. They are assholes. They are dummies. They are the enemies of Africa. Sitting there with a white man wig on their head, talking about the barrister. They are educated dummies.
And they say they're pan Africanist.
I will go sit with those people to talk about Africa. You see why Kwame Nkrumah died? You see why our leaders are dying? Those educated bitches in Ghana and Nigeria sitting down with wig on their head talking about their lawyers, and they can't take it from their head. They're proud. That's their whole life dream to wear that thing. And they spend thousands of dollars of their country money, hundreds of thousands, to bring those things in the country, to bring those false wigs for barristers to wear it. I see you wearing that false shit before you. I will talk about Africa to you. I can't talk to Africa, but you're not African. You are deceived black man.
Mm.
So I'm letting our program. I gotta go.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the education. It was worth listening to.
That's what we're
And
here for.
yeah, thank you so much. And hope that tomorrow we come up with a new topic,
In
a
the
more
cause of
fascinating,
the
a more
people,
fascinating
the
topic too.
struggle continues. In the cause of the
Yeah,
people, the struggle continues. In the cause of the people, the struggle continues. The
the struggle
struggle,
continues. And
the
we're still in
struggle
the struggle. We are
continues.
indeed in the struggle.
I see you, sir.
But
I'll
but
talk
we
to
have
you
we have to
tomorrow.
also the struggle has ended, and yeah, we have just started the struggle. Thank you so much tomorrow.
Here's one I'm not struggling. I grown up boy. What grown up boy knows?
I
Yeah, it's a grown up boy. He struggle.
tell you.
He struggle that get sent to the steam more money. That everybody
Mm.
struggle. I see you, brother. In the cause of the people, the struggle continues. My people, my show is almost over. It's almost over. It's almost over. It's almost over. The struggle continues. The struggle continues. Our country is at a crossroads. Our people hanging over the crossroads. We don't know where to go. So deceitful people in Liberia, from the Joseph Walker to the Benina Youth, to the LA Cummings, to the George Weah, to the Gongolo, to the deceitful people. Deceitful men. They're so deceitful, they don't know where to go. Look at Joseph Walker. The man act like a man who has no integrity, man. You know, you do anything to win. You follow Prince Johnson. You following Weatherspoon. I told Weatherspoon, I told him, say, you convicted of a crime. You cannot be on the network talking like you have no concerns. You have some serious damn concerns. And you need to get off this network and go take care of your business. He left for a while and came back. I know that book. I didn't know he come my chest. Doesn't talk his stupid in his book. Go fight for Boca. Now what happened to Spoon? We can't see Spoon no more. I hear his case is resolved. Did he go to jail? Is he in jail? He made a plea bargain. We'll deal with that later. In the meantime, my people take heed of govern yourself. Everything don't happen. Everything does not happen. Take heed. I was passing by, and they called me in, and she said to me, my nephew, take time. You better take time in life. You got far way to go. Oh, rocky, choo-choo. Oh, rocky. I was passing by, my auntie called me in, and she said to me, you better take time in life. Better take time in life. Better take time in life. You got far way to go. Oh, rocky. Choo-choo. Oh, rocky. Choo-choo. I'm leaving you right now. Choo-choo. Bye-bye.